Hey guys, so we wanted to do a tutorial on the Furin FRS3. There's a lot of new features. We wanted to make sure that everyone knew what they were, how to get the most out of their FRS3. We'll go over the basics in this video, and then there will be more videos in the YouTube playlist that will go over much more advanced things like how to mod your FRS3, how to make changes to it and stuff like that. But for the basics, when you get your FRS3, it'll look something like this. Obviously, it's completely custom, so your layout and your artwork and colors and all that kind of stuff will look different. But we'll go over the things that will be the same on every unit. So to start off with, the start panel across the top with these 6 buttons, they will be Start, Select, Home, Touchpad, L3 and R3, going from left to right. So on PlayStation, that'll be Options, Select, the PlayStation button, touchpad, L3, R3. The L3, R3 touchpad buttons, you will be able to map those to be buttons on the face of your controller, but we'll talk about that in a later video. If you haven't done that in the ordering process, they will be across the top. There's a switch at the front of the case here, which you'll need a little pen or a screwdriver or something to flick. That's there so that you don't hit it accidentally. And this switch will turn on or off the LEDs and the start panel. Now you can program it to do one or the other or to do both. Again, that'll be covered in a later video, but as standard, it will just turn on or off the LEDs. So in a tournament setting where you don't want to be drawing too much power, or if they're distracting or you just don't like them or whatever, you can turn them off that way. The last thing we'll go over in the basics is how to plug your controller in. Obviously, there's a USB-C port at the back, and you will get a USB-C cable with your FRS3. Because we use Brook PCBs in most of our Furin FRS units, which button you hold down while you're plugging in your USB cable will determine what mode the software is set to. As a standard, it will probably be in auto detect, but we'll put the instructions for that on screen. So basically the button that you'll see, if you hold that down while you're plugging in your USB, it will change which console the software is most likely to come up as. For PC, we recommend you use P2, which will set it to PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 controller, which is usually the best in terms of polling rate. But P3, that will be a standard X input, so kind of like an Xbox 360 controller. This will be the most consistent for PC, so you can play between the two. The start button, if you hold that down while you're plugging in, it will revert the software to auto detect. So that should cover you for the absolute basics of how to plug in and play with your FRS3, and make sure you check the YouTube playlist. And there'll also be links on the website for the rest of the tutorials.